Hey everybody, 50 Plus here. Today I'm going to answer a couple of questions, and then this is going to be a special video for Mr. Barry Ellis. Ubiest of the tubiest, the best YouTube subscribers on the planet. That's you, and I'm 50 Plus. Now, today, this video is going to be, I'm trying to keep it short. I'm home. It's early in the week, too, man. It's Wednesday. I'm already at home. And I don't leave out until probably Sunday to get to El Paso. So before I turn this into a long ramble, I'm going to first answer a couple of questions, okay? And one specifically I want to address, and it was one of the comments from the video. And this is Mr. Jeremy Mayo. Jeremy said, I catch all of your vids, 50, and thanks for the information. Man, you keep it real. I try. I got my Class A about a month ago, and I start my first job January 4th. I'm setting up good living and opportunity. It's setting up a good living and opportunity for myself and my family. Stay safe and happy holidays and Merry Christmas to you. So let me tell you something. Jeremy, I don't need a Christmas present. I don't have to have anything under the tree. You gave me the best present I could possibly ever get. To know that you are doing something for yourself and for your family. Nothing, to me, nothing trumps a man being a man. That's a big thing to me. It really is. I do this. It's videos and everything, and I try my best to encourage, because there's a lot of guys out there who, maybe they're barely making it, or maybe not even making it at all. Maybe they're on government assistance trying to keep their family fed. There's a sense of pride, and that just fuels you when you can provide for your family. On your own, that makes a man a man, I'm happy for you beyond words. I'm glad you reached out to me and shared that. I really do appreciate it, okay? I don't want to get too much into it, because then I'll start getting all emotional and everything. I had another question. I'm not going to get to it. I'm not going to find out who it was. I was going to say who it was, but this person asked me, just flat out blunt, how much money you make a month? Wow. I don't know that if, much stuff is personal, or people think that nothing about you should be personal because you're on this YouTube page, right? But there are some things that you don't mind sharing. You just don't mind being asked in a different way. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to answer the question. And the answer to that question is, I make as much as I can. I try my best to not leave anything on the table, unless if I have to weigh between staying out and working or getting home to the family, getting home to the family wins at this stage in my life. Okay, so when you ask the question, I can throw a figure to you, but you have to understand, man. I'm going to be real to you. I'm going to tell you straight to the facts. Okay, no bullshit, no sugarcoat, none of that. I'm just going to tell you straight up. And the fact is, this is a rookie channel, so I'm just going to assume that you aren't in this industry, but you're trying to get information to see whether or not you really want to get into this industry. And in your rookie year, expect between $800 and $1,000 weekly OTR. And then in about your first 3 months solo driving, probably by the 6th month line, you should be more than that. You should be somewhere around $1,200. And that's because you're starting to learn to, your body is starting to get used to driving long days, and you become more efficient. And then by the end of that first year, you should be able to do about $1,200 to $1,500 a week. Okay, and it's your first year, so that's pretty good. Okay, it doesn't come to you right off the bat automatic. Okay, I had a paycheck video that's got a lot of paycheck videos. Always get a lot of hits, and I haven't done one in quite a while, but I will do next week before when I come home for New Year's. I will do another one for my first year at Melton, and I'll let you guys see it and we'll talk about it. Okay. But I was with Swift. I drove drive-in for Swift in the first few months. Gave me my first solo check. What I put on, I think it was like $770, something like that. And but it was not a full week. And it was my first week solo driving by myself. Come on. And I mean, $700. A lot of people get on there and crack on it, but they don't watch the whole video. They don't see that was not a full week. Okay. But not only that, I really don't give a shit, because most of them aren't making that. They lie and say that they are, but the average American does not earn $50,000 a year, and that's what $700 and $800 a week will get you. Pretty goddamn close to $50,000 a year, and the average American don't make that. So you'll do okay. The next thing is when somebody tell you how much they take home. If I told you that I was taking home $1,000 a week, so I take home $4,000 a month, you're not going to take home the same. If we did the exact same job, and let's say we were hourly, and we did the exact same job. We clocked in the same time, we clocked out at the same time. Same deal. At the end of the week, you and I are not going to get the same paycheck, okay? So me telling you what I make doesn't really help you, okay? And I say that because I'm not going to take home the same thing you take home, because we don't have the same deductions. Maybe you have some kids that you paying child support, all that kind of shit take out of your check. My kids grown, and I've raised every last one of them in this house with me all the whole time. Me and my wife been together for almost 30 years. Our kids they was raised together in the same roof, had no bastard children. So I don't have deductions like that coming out of my check. So it's not apples to apples. Okay. My best advice to you is to get with a company that's got some good freight, a strong company to get started with. Like, they ain't going nowhere. Swift ain't going nowhere. And a good company. So don't let nobody talk shit to you about them. Knight and there's so many. Find you a good one, man, and get started. That's the main thing. Worry about the money. You have to make it. Okay. So if you're in the bunk, you're not gonna get. It doesn't matter how much money I made. You follow what I'm saying? I'm not trying to down your question, but I'm hoping I can give you a different narrative so that you don't chase them dollars. Don't chase dollars. Don't chase that money. Bust your ass, do your work, do it, to the best that you can do it, and the money will come. If you start chasing it, brother, it ain't happening. Okay, so now for the heart of this video, Mr. Barry Ellis. He had a very, 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 very good question. I've answered this in a few videos before, but it's always good information. So I'm gonna read what he put in here, and then I'm gonna answer it for you. And I really like one part of this. Okay, he says, Mr. Barry Ellis. He says, fresh new CDL Class A here. Can you do an episode on the right questions to ask when you interview a company for a driver job? I'm not a new commercial driver, but I upgraded from a B to an A. So he did a Class B, which you can do trucks up to a certain length, a certain weight. Okay. And you can also do chauffeurs and stuff like that. But anyways, he said for the last 17 years, I've been driving interstate coaches. So, like Greyhound buses. I just turned 50 this year. Congratulations. And trucking has been on my someday list for the most of my life. And I someday hope to start. Any tips? Side note, my long-term goal is to buy a truck and a drive van and get my own authority. But I feel like I should get some experience first. You're right. Now, let me address a few things. Number one, I'm glad you made the choice to go ahead and get out here and get her done, okay? 50 years old ain't too old to get out there and get it done, okay? And along with that came some wisdom. I can tell in your statement there that there's some wisdom that went along with that. And I've thought about authority and all of that stuff. That was what my goal was when I first got into this. And I will get an authority and I will do it, but it's not for me, it's for my son, okay? Which means I'm gonna do it long enough to be able to, start a trend of success and then give it to him so that I can, do something different. But at 50 years old, getting my own authority and working solo wasn't really on my agenda. Doesn't mean that you and I got the same one. I would just tell you this. At our age, we wanna start, we wanna whip that mule. You know what I'm saying? We wanna make them dollars. And we also want the least amount of headaches that we can get to make them dollars. So, why not lease on to someone as an owner operator? At least you buy your truck and lease your truck on to somebody, and pull their freight. Let them get their percentage out of it. You get your percentage. You still get to pick your loads and all that good stuff, but they do all the headache shit. Like if you had your own authority, you would be doing all that, paying all your IFTA taxes and shit like that. You had to be messing around with the drug test for yourself and all that kind of shit. Man, the company deal with all that. But again, I'm not discouraging you. You do your thing. But that's what gets on my mind when I start thinking about getting my own authority. As a solo driver, one truck. Okay, so what would you ask, or what would I ask right now if I was looking for a job? Okay, a truck driving job. How they pay. I want to know how they pay. I want to know if they pay a cent per mile, if they pay percentage of the load, or percentage of the line haul. I want to know, and then the questions branch off from there. Because if you get percentage of a line haul, then you want to know about fuel surcharge. You want to know how deadhead miles. You want to know all that kind of stuff because it all factors in. If it's cent per mile, then you want to know what their average miles are per truck, and how do they handle downtime? As far as that, do they pay detention? Do they pay layover? How much is the layover? You want to know how frequent layovers are. If you pull in dry freight, you want to know if they pull any hazmat dry freight. Basically, it's not really dry, but like paint, okay, or liquid containers. That they'll load them in the back of a dry van, and you need a hazmat license to pull them. But they can be in a dry van. So you want to know if they got it, because you want to make sure that if they're paying you extra for that you actually have that endorsement. You want to find out about their insurance packages, how the insurance package. If you are insuring just the employee, or if you have employee and dependents, and then weigh that against how much you're paying you. Okay, so let's say company A is paying 60 cents a mile. Damn good, right? Company B is paying 44 cents a mile. Of course, 60 cents is better than 44 cents all day long, right? And you have, it's yourself, and you have 2 children in a previous marriage where you're court-ordered to carry the children on your insurance. It's not a problem. You're a man. You take care of your business. However, insurance for you with the 60 cents a mile company, insurance for you is free. Each dependent is like $1,000 a month. So you pay almost $2,000 a month in insurance. Okay. So company B paying what 48, 46 cents, whatever I said. And I'm just throwing raw numbers out there because you got to make these, get this information and do the math yourself. But that company, it pays less. The employee is free insurance. The basic health care is free or subsidized quite a bit. Okay, but the same in both scenarios, except your 2 children is only going to cost you $500 a month for both of those kids. Basically, you might be getting paid less per mile, but you automatically putting $1,500 a month back in your pocket because you don't have to pay for that extra insurance that the other company was paying for, right? Or was not paying for, but they was giving you a lot more per mile. You see what I'm telling you about cent per mile? Too many people focus on cent per mile because they watch YouTube videos. They watch other YouTube drivers talking about cent per mile and all this kind of shit. I'm telling you, do the math, man. It doesn't matter. You ask me how much money I make in a month, but there are so many variables. So I could tell you what I make, but it doesn't mean that you're gonna get that. You know what I mean? You got to see the bigger picture, okay? And so you want to find out how frequent you pay. Most of these companies pay every week, okay? And that may make a difference. Again, if you have child support or something like that, it makes a difference when your checks come, okay? I will find out how long they expect for you to be out, and what are they heavy freight lanes? They have a lot of freight going through your state, through your hometown, really. If you got some stuff going real close to you, you wanna find out if there's any regional or dedicated opportunities at that company, even if you're not interested in that right now, because what you're interested in today may not be what you're interested in a month or 2 months or a year. Okay. Equipment. Ask what type of equipment they have. What's their oldest unit in a fleet? Their trailers. How many trailers do they have in comparison to trucks? Do they micromanage? And that's a big deal. Sometimes they won't. Some of these questions, I'm telling you, I'm going off of experiences that I've had that I wish I've known. And will they answer these questions? I don't know. Will they answer them truthful? Shit, I don't know. You know what I mean? But the equipment is crucial. Okay. If they have any bonus structure in pay, if they have a sign-on bonus, how does that sign-on bonus work? Okay. If they have a guarantee pay per week, you want to break that down. Okay, because a lot of them, you know, I get emails all the time. People want me to come drive him. They give me a guarantee, you know, $2,000 a week. I'm like, dude, how you gonna guarantee me $2,000 a week? You can't guarantee me $2,000 a week. You're not gonna be able to do it and keep me, because I'm not gonna, you know, run like that. You know, I want to go home. You know, and then you know, they penalize you for not meeting that quota to get that bonus. You know, and you'll find out what I'm talking about when you start quizzing these recruiters about those guaranteed weekly pay. Okay. You need to find out if you have to team drive, you know, doing training. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. I found nothing wrong with it, man. You know, I team drove with my students even. You know, some of them, not all of them. Some of them couldn't do teaming. They couldn't rest while the truck was rolling, so we just didn't do it. But you know, you want to find that out, okay? Because how their training works. How long will you have to be on a trainer's truck? In your instance, I would want to know if they going to give you any credit for the time that you was a professional driver with a Class B. Because, you know, maybe they starting off at, you know, 48 cents a mile. You say, well, look, you know, I've been driving as a professional driver for this period of time. You know, can I get something credit for that? Give me what you would pay a year, or, you know, drive for a year or something like that. You know what I mean? Negotiate. Because you're not coming in, yes, your Class A is new, but you're not new in commercial driving. Okay, so try to get something out of that if you can. You know, the list can go on and on and on and on. Main thing is you need to find out what you need out of driving trucks, what you want, what you desire. And out of any of the things that I mentioned, even money, out of all of that, man, do they have good equipment? If they got old ass trucks, man, dude, don't go, man. I've seen some companies, dude. I wouldn't drive their trucks. I wouldn't do it. No, there's too many other companies. I don't give a shit how much they offer me. I don't like being broke down, you know, and I don't like driving a beat down ass piece of shit. Why am I do that? No, and I don't want you to do it. You don't want to do it. That's a big thing, because you're going to be in this thing for a very, very long time, long periods of time. Okay, you know, 2-3 weeks at a time that you may be in this vehicle. That's a piece of shit. You know, heat don't work, AC keeps shutting off, shit like that. You know, so you want to find out if they have good equipment. Okay, that's kind of paramount. I mean, the list goes on and on. You can always email me at 50plusTruckerTalk@gmail.com. 50, you know, 50 plus, spell it out, not the symbol, spell out PLUS. So 50, the numbers, plus, spell it out, 50plusTruckerTalk@gmail.com. And you know, I'm gonna spend some time this weekend building a berry list. And I'm going to write down specific questions, and maybe I'll find some way where you guys can, you know, download it or print it out or something. Some good questions to sit down and ask all of the companies that you're thinking about working for. Okay, Now, this has been longer than I wanted. I said it when I got started. I told you I wanted to make this quick, and that's already at 25 minutes. So I needed to get some of that stuff out, though. Okay, and then Barry, I really appreciate your comment. I really do. And Jeremy Mayo, man, listen, I appreciate you. You know, that you getting started is my Christmas gift from you, and it's the best one that I'm gonna get, and I really appreciate it. Ubius, until I see you again, Merry Christmas. Not holidays, goddammit. Merry Christmas. Don't be embarrassed. Christmas, that's what the day is. Okay? Till I see you again, Merry Christmas. And deliver undistracted. Here's your boo. Yeah, boo.